everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk, the Todd Worsham Show. Welcome, everybody. So today, gonna get into some more of my my ancient archaeology research stuff. I went on a binge last week. I kind of went on a little YouTube slash Google binge and started looking up some stuff on YouTube and about the meaning of words. Like, for example, I'll just take the top word. Let's just do this one right off the bat. God. Elohim, I believe, is Elohim. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but I believe that's the Jewish word for God. So it's pretty cool. I was watching some seminars and some YouTube videos on some, I don't know if they're world renowned, but they're pretty high up there, biblical scholars. I believe one was from I want to say one was from Italy or Spain, and I think Israel, and one was from America. And these three people have decided to go back into the scriptures and start from scratch and start matching up words and meanings and go back as far in time as they can to, if they can, find the original meaning of certain words. Which, I mean, I haven't like done this myself, like, pulled up stuff and got into stuff, too much. I have looked into it a little bit, especially with the seminars and the teachings and the YouTube videos and other stuff. And just by the Sumerian tablets alone, I mean, I think that's what really grabbed me into all of this was the Sumerian tablets, cuneiform tablets. And the meaning of things was kind of like the Bible, but it really wasn't. I mean, it was the same, but not. They were pretty close. And one was written thousands and thousands and thousands of years before the other one. And we all know things change. We all know that man likes to change things. So, and I'm not trying to bash religion, and I'm not trying to put down religion or bash anything. I'm going to put that out there. That's not what I'm doing. Just asking questions, just seeking, what maybe the truth might be or could be, or I could be totally wrong about everything. I mean, it's just a journey. So found some really cool stuff on Elohim. So they're going back and they're looking at the word, and they're finding out that word is actually plural. So that right there tells you that it can't be God. Because God is not plural. God is, if you pretty much ask everybody, God is like, I don't know what people think God is. An entity, I don't know, the all-knowing, the one and only. I don't know what all that means, but I personally, through what I've read and through what I've, the knowledge that I've gained through all the things that I've researched, I've come to determine that God is, the word God is not creator, but it's creation, which kind of goes with the scientists with the Big Bang Theory, although I don't know if I believe that. But there are certain things that's in the Bible. It says that, everything was created by sound, which I believe that is true because everything in the universe has frequencies. Everything is spiral, just like DNA. There's certain laws and rules in the universe that cover everything. And one of those things is frequencies. Everything has, it's actually mind-blowing. Every single thing has its own singular frequency, no matter how minute it is. The frequency between a ceramic cup and a metal cup versus a human versus a cat, a vacuum cleaner, whatever. They're all different frequencies. So you can actually manipulate the materials, the matter, by using different frequencies. So it's kind of cool. So when I started going down this road, that was one of the first things that really intrigued me was the meaning of words, because I don't know how many of you have been to college or had this test at school where you all sit around a table and there's like 10 or 12 of you, and one person starts out with a yellow pencil with a red eraser with black lead, and by the time it comes around the table, it's a green pencil with a blue eraser with green lead. So the story, I mean, I laughed because I think there was, I don't know, 12 or 18 people in my class. But by the time it got around the table, it wasn't anything like what it was when it started. And then he started thinking about the Bible or other scriptures or other, spiritual writings or other history and stuff like that. And you start thinking about it and you think, well, Jesus, if we couldn't get it right on a table with 18 people go around in a circle in like 20 minutes, what does thousands of years do to things? With a whole bunch of hands on it and a whole bunch of eyes and individual opinions and stuff like that. So it's kind of mind blowing that a pencil can change colors just amongst 18 people going around in a circle, but yet we don't even question the words of the Bible or of the Quran or anything. We don't question anything, and it just blows my mind how if we just pick up our phones and we Google something, it's God right there. I mean, everything that Google tells you is true. I mean, I get into this argument all the time with people. Google is garbage. What's the original saying from computers? Garbage in, garbage out. It's all true. I've positively tested Google on several different things, and they have failed on history that I know to be a fact because I was there. And if I wasn't there, I remember the event. And if you Google certain things, it'll come up with I don't want to use disinformation or misinformation, but I will use the term inaccurate. And it's not really that hard to prove. So one of the things that I wanted to try is I wanted to go on Amazon and go back to like 1850. And like every 50 years, I want to buy a Webster's dictionary from like 1850 to 1900 to 1950 to 2000. And I think 2023 or so would be really, really, really good, because I bet between 2000 and 2023, I bet there's a lot of differences, because it just seems like vocabularies have changed greatly. Now, I know in my generation versus the generation before mine, we started using a lot of, I think slang started really coming in around the 60s, 70s. But as far as I know, the actual meaning of words didn't really change. We just added slang. We added, our own little hip hop language or whatever, however you want to say it, to that. Whereas today, I believe that the meanings of words are changing. They're actually changing the meaning of the words, which is crazy. I don't know who gets to decide that, but it's not me. It's not you. I don't know who decides that. Some board of directors or somewhere, bunch of fat cats sitting around smoking cigars, drinking cognac. But it's not us. So at any rate, to get back to Elam. So I watched a couple, actually, I think I watched like 3 specials on it with, I think it was like 4 or 5 different PhD biblical scholars from around the world. And they're all saying the same thing, that it's not that the Bible is bogus or that it's garbage. It's just that through history, there has been words used that don't represent the correct meaning. So if the words are changed to change the meaning of the context, that can throw a lot of things off. So you got to go back and use the correct context or the correct word, and then insert it into the Bible, into the scriptures, and then start reading it. And then you're going to find that a lot of things are same but a lot different. I don't know. It really blew me away on how far off that man has pulled us away from well, for lack of a better term, from God, from creation. It's almost like they understand what's supposed to happen and how we're supposed to get there, but they're almost deliberately keeping us from that and keeping it to themselves. Now, I don't know that. I mean, here's another one of my conspiracy theories. But everybody knows the Vatican's got a big stash, and everybody's heard all the rumors about all the stuff they have in their ancient archaeology. Supposed to have like alien artifacts, alien technology, scriptures and writings and laws, and they're supposed to have all kinds of stuff down in there in that big old basement they have in the Vatican. But no one can prove that, so I'll leave that conspiracy theory alone. But on the same hand, think about how disingenuous man is or can be. I mean, I'd like to believe that human nature is good most of the time. I do believe that. I think I've stated that several times. I believe by nature we're good. But there's always that little devil on the shoulder that wants some type of self-recognition. So like maybe the ego. I don't know what it is. And I don't know why whoever wrote the Bible, I don't understand why they changed the meanings of words to deliberately take us off the spiritual path that Jesus and Noah and Moses were trying to put us on. Because it's not really about worship. It's about getting spiritual freedom, and it's about the human race evolution to reach ascension. And to reach ascension, there's several levels, densities, dimensions, whatever you want to call them, that we need up to reach. And we're never going to get there lying to each other, holding each other down, and egos the size of Peterbilt trucks. That's not going to happen. So it's one reason why I started this program, is just so I could throw some information out there and hopefully some truths. I'm not saying that everything that I say to you guys is actually 100% pure factual accurate. I don't know that for a fact. I don't like dig into something for like years or months. I dig into something for maybe 2 or 3 days and dig into it and go to as many resources that I can, and hopefully resources that I believe are credible, that I trust, which may not be the same ones you might trust, but but I find them trustworthy. They've never let me down, and I believe I'm going to I believe I'm getting good information. So I take that and I take it all in, and then I kind of throw it out there to you guys, and you guys can call me a bonehead or whatever, or say, hey, that's kind of cool, I never thought about that, or whatever, because that's really what my show's about. It's about just planting the seed, just helping you guys think a little bit, think about some things. And like, I think I say this all the time, but I don't like to be political, but I think a lot of the stuff that's happened to us throughout our history has been political. I believe it's been groups of people who thrive on control and power, and that's why the world is so kind of messed up the way it is right now, because it really shouldn't be like this. I mean, look at how fat we are. Look at how much we eat. Look at how much we waste. Look at how much we produce. Look how much we throw away. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, we're all so used to being spoiled and having everything that we want at our fingertips. We're just, I don't know. It's just crazy. And I'm not going to say I blame that on the Bible, because that's not true. But I mean, I blame it on the people who changed the words and changed the meanings of the scriptures that billions of people read and they adhere to, and they, most people worship. They worship, and that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be worshiping. We're supposed to be elevating. We're supposed to be ascending. We're supposed to be loving each other and taking care of each other and taking care of this planet. And when we can do that, then this race will evolve and we will go to the next level. And that's going to be awesome. That's when you get to hang out with the dragons and the unicorns and the fairies and the chupacabras and the Sasquatches, and they're waiting for us. They're up there in that next dimension. I don't know that for a fact. I'm being facetious, but I'm not. I don't know if anybody, a lot of you probably don't know this, but when I was younger, I could see, I guess, what people are saying now is the fourth dimension. And when I was a child, I had perfect vision of that. I could see people, animals, plants. I could see like a whole other world going on around me in my world. And it wasn't fake. I mean, I could see it. I mean, it was there. But, back in those days in the 70s, it's two things you didn't talk about: ghosts and UFOs. And I seen both of them. And yeah, you just didn't talk about stuff like that. So I got older and it kind of went away. And then and now that I'm older, decided to just go back and look up some history and dwell back into some things, and got back into the ancient archaeology, which takes you right down. There's almost no way that you can get into ancient archaeology I hate to use the word religion, and not get to the spiritual. They're all so connected. So to get back to the original, thing, changing the definitions of words. So anyway, so they changed the definition to Elohim, and because according to the scholars, that word is plural, which means that it is either a race of people, or it is a community of peoples, or a sovereignty of peoples, but it's not an individual. And they're finding this out with a lot of words that they're checking out. That they're finding that the words, the truest, deepest meaning of the words, as far back as we can find, are not matching up with the Bible. As a matter of fact, I was watching a special on I don't like to admit this, but I watch channelers. I watch people who channel. It doesn't mean I believe them. It doesn't mean I'm all wrapped up. I'm all gooey-eyed about them and everything, but I just like to listen to them and hear the things that they say. And it's really kind of ironic, because I was listening to this one channeler, and I don't remember if it was the Tigans or the Polarians or Palladians, or I don't remember who it was, but they were talking to somebody, and they had made the comment that if you took the Old Testament, and if you took all the names of the books, and instead of attaching that name to an individual and looked at that name as a race of peoples, that would help to explain the Old Testament in a lot more definitive way. And it would start making more sense, and you would understand things as far as the Old Testament is concerned, which is really, and I don't have, actually, I think I do have an Old Testament somewhere. I'll have to dig it up. I'll have to dig that up and check that out for you guys. But I'm curious to see that. But anyway, so what they were saying was that a lot of those stories that are written in our scriptures are accurate, but they're not accurate because certain peoples throughout history have decided to change words, which changes the meaning and the context of everything behind that. So not a good thing to do. It's not fair because you can take a whole slew of people into a totally wrong direction. And then how those people are going to feel once they figured out they've been led down a wrong path. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel that way. I mean, I grew up in a Catholic home. I wasn't happy with Catholicism, so I went to Mormonism and wasn't really happy with that. Although I did like the spiritual side of it. That was pretty phenomenal. I do believe Mormons are pretty spiritually connected. I will say that. But again, it just seems like everybody has like all these rules and all of this, and you're supposed to do this and this and that and that and this. And then when I get into the spiritual side of everything, like what we're supposed to be doing, we're supposed to be loving each other and then letting each other do what we need to do. So as long as you don't hurt anybody and you're respectful and we kind of mind our own business, but we have like the same end results in mind, it should be great. I mean, imagine that, no money. You just go to work and you produce something and you get to find a field that you're good in and you get to do that and be happy and you don't have to worry about any money anywhere, anything. Wouldn't that be like awesome? That'd be totally great. But don't think it's going to happen in my lifetime. Well, the money going away might. The New World Order tried to get rid of that, but I won't go into that conspiracy. There's some bad people on our planet right now, and they're really trying to. I don't understand what's going on right now. I think I kind of went over this in my State of the Union episode, but it's just like this. I mean, changing words. I mean, changing, just one word, Elohim, God, and using it out of context, for thousands of years. I don't know. I mean, I hope humankind is on its way to waking up and understanding that all this is slavery. Religion is slavery. I mean, look how many people have died from religion. It's insanity. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, or what you are. It doesn't matter. I mean, millions and millions of people have died. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it all. All I know is, in my opinion, worshiping anything is idiotic. We shouldn't be worshiping. We should be living, experiencing, loving, and getting the hate out of everything. There should be no hate anywhere. Everybody should just get along and be happy to be with one another and coincide, naturally happy. But we got drugs, we got taxes, we got corrupt politicians. We've got so many things going against us. Oh, we need to wake up and not let them do this to us anymore. We need to fight back and say, no, we're not doing this. Oh my God. So at any rate, I could get into this a lot heavier, deeper, but I'm probably boring you guys anyways. It's like a yakety yak show today, so I apologize. Didn't have my crap together as well. Didn't know if, well, you guys don't know this, but I had a kidney surgery over the weekend, so it kind of threw me behind a little bit. So I do apologize. That's not an excuse. It's I had time to prepare for it and I didn't, so it's on me. But so probably not one of my best shows. I apologize. And oh, by the way, I'm trying to get Nico back. It'd be really cool if you guys could throw some comments in the top, throw some topics in the comments. How about if you do that? Put some comments in the topics. Put a topic in the comments and let me know if there's anything that you guys are interested into hearing us talk about. Doesn't matter. Could be anything. I don't really care. Nico and I are pretty much on the same sheet of music. So whatever topic you guys throw out there, I believe we can. I believe we can go for it and go on it and discuss it. So not really any problem. So remember, shows on every Thursday morning when you wake up. It's on YouTube. It's all there for you. So come in and enjoy it. And hope I educated you a little bit today. Go in and check this stuff out for yourself. Definitions, biblical definitions are changing. The biblical scholars are definitely starting to change things up. So that's really good. It'd be nice to have the whole truth and nothing but the truth come out. So even though I know we all lie, but it's different. But I don't know. It's not, but it's different. Shouldn't be lying to the whole planet. That's insanity. Shouldn't be a Fauci. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Tune in Thursdays for the Todd Worsham Show. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.